Hi YouTubers. Now, I feel very sorry for some of the moderate Christians. I shouldn't feel sorry for them, it's their own fault. Why don't they just become atheists like they should do really? But no, if you think about people like the staunch, born-again type creationist Christian, then at least they're sticking to their principles. Their principles may be insane, proved wrong to the point of that you have to laugh at them for the beliefs, but at least those beliefs are sticking with the true core of Christianity, the true nuttiness, if you like, of the Bible. And the literal word we all know is really insane by modern standards. That brings me to the point of the Church of England. Now, the Church of England has come under a great deal of fire lately. It is like the Anglicans at least are the next biggest one to the Catholics. Certainly in Britain, Anglicans are by far the most popular of the religions. And the great thing is, they're getting even less and less. I'll go to the census on a different one. But what we found lately is bishops and the like in the Church of England have actually wanted to, for instance, allow women to become bishops. Goes totally, of course, against the Bible. But the movement itself has tried to move on in certain ways to try and get rid of that biblical nonsense. But it didn't work because the layman's basically, they had a vote and they said no women bishops, sod off, you know, and even though most of the bishops themselves wanted them. So apparently they can't do anything again, they can't have any more votes for at least 4 years. Well, that's what we thought, but today it was announced, I don't know where I put this out, but today when I made this, it was announced that in fact they can have a revote. In a democracy, if it doesn't go right the first time, have another vote, and then of course you might get it right. Which has happened. It happened with the Irish, didn't it? In that in their European election. Anyway, beside the point. I'll just carry on when I realise where I've got to. Yes. So, what's happened basically is women might become bishops yet. Who knows, who cares? I really don't, except for the fact it's kind of fun to report on it. But it goes on to the next bit. Now, homosexuals, basically every day we hear about religion and homosexuals. It's getting so fucking boring, let's be honest. But the government, the British government, has actually decided to get involved this time, and that makes it even more fun than usual. Now, the church doesn't want to marry gay men, obviously, or women. But the problem is, and under British law, you cannot discriminate between people who are heterosexual and homosexual. It's not allowed. And yet, religion does it. Now, this is a problem because, in theory, they should be forced to take on the side of the law over the word of the scripture. You see, God himself, when he wrote the Bible, made it clear that he was completely bigoted by modern standards. The world's moved on, people have moved on, laws have moved on, but the bloody scriptures haven't. And this causes a major problem, of course, even to the government. Because the government supports the British religion, the Church of England. It's part of the Constitution. Hooray! So what have they done? So it's left a problem, and the Prime Minister, Mr. David Cameron, who is a particular, well, I won't go into that. But anyway, David Cameron has decided he's got to get involved. He was better to leave it alone because for centuries religion has been getting special privileges for being bigoted and hating others in minorities or even other majorities. It specialises in bigotry. So he really shouldn't get involved in it, but he has. And this time he's wants to make it law that the church cannot marry gay people, you know, the same-sex couples. So by making it law, you can't then, of course, turn around and say, well, hang on a minute, can't we prosecute them because they're doing it against the law? You probably don't quite understand what I'm getting at. I'm not sure. When I read it, I was sure what they were getting at, but that apparently is it. And the great thing about this is it's splitting the whole country now. Before it was a load of bigoted bishops, or bigoted just Christians in general, or other faiths. Okay, bigoted religious people. Yeah, so what next? Perhaps they can make it law that from now on, anybody Islamic must call Christians and Jews pigs and apes because that's what it says in the Quran. It's just an idea. Probably would catch on actually, but not. No, probably wouldn't. Come to think of it, could cause a lot of problems, and that is a problem. Don't get involved. They say don't mix politics and religion. Well, don't actually ever get involved in a conversation with both is also what they say. But putting the two together, fantastic. Complete explosion of nut jobs. And I look forward to seeing how that story goes. Peace for now, and speak to you soon.